stay right here by my side. No, I won't let you go. And if you were right here, I'll listen to anything, everything too. 'Cause all my loving will be for you. Even when the sun decided not to shine, I'll be here waiting until it's done. Even when I am out of your sight, I'll dream a little dream of you tonight. Even when you thought I was leaving, I won't. 'Cause one day you'll arrive, and by then I'll have how to love you right. Oh, please don't let me go. And in times getting rough, you'd still be the one that I am thinking of. Oh, my loving will be for you. If one day you'll arrive, I'll make you stay right here by my side. No, I won't let you go. And if you were right here, I'll listen to anything, everything, dear. 'Cause all my loving will be for you. 'Cause all my loving will be for you.
Deandra Nadira, If One Day. Once again, let's give her an applause for Dea. Dea, welcome on the C Morning Show. So Archie, on this weekend, on Saturday, If One Day, we were, swinging together. The viewers at home probably are also swinging along with Dea's latest single. So welcome, Dea.
Welcome to the studio. Thank you for the beautiful performance. Thank you for coming to the studio.
Thank you for inviting me here.
Yes, we're happy to have you here. Please do take a seat.
Yes, please
Thank
take a
you
seat.
so much.
Because we want to know more about your latest single and, of course, your musical journey.
Yes. So, Dea, on your latest single, so what message do you want to convey to the audience through your song that you just performed?
The message that I want to tell the people who listens. Well, actually, this is actually just a love song, just an ordinary love song. But this time, you haven't met the one in your life. So this is for the future person that will come to your life, that I will actually just give my all. I will love you with whole my heart, and but he's not here yet. So
He's not here yet. So is it personal experience from?
It's actually it's quite a personal experience.
And speaking of personal experiences, I was looking through your social media, and with If One Day, it is a new experience for you as well, because it is now a teamwork, a collaboration. But you usually used to produce and also write your music all by yourself. So how was that like?
It was actually very tiring, honestly, because I wrote the song myself. I composed it myself, the music and the arrangement. I do it by myself. Also the recording part, and also the mixing and mastering at the end of the production. And it was actually time consuming. And well, although I have this satisfaction by doing it by myself, but along the way, I realized that I eventually needed some support from friends and other musicians to gain the effect and the goal that I wanted for my music. So that's why in this single that will eventually become a part of my mini album, I invited and asked some friends and other musicians to collaborate and help me out with the arrangement, the instruments inside of the songs, and also the mixing and mastering part.
Right.
And for the music, has it always been your personal experiences that you write into your songs, or
yes. It was, well, mostly our personal experiences, but like at my first mini album, it was also a collaboration, and it was my my friend that wrote the songs, and I play it, and I play the songs in my Spotify and my music. But other than that, the ones that I compose and those that I write by myself is actually from like
your
personal experience
and your feelings that you put into the music.
Exactly.
Different, right?
It is.
When someone wrote it for you, and then when you write it yourself.
Yes, yes, it is different.
And tell us more about your EP and your mini album. What is it about, and what is the theme of this EP?
Well, I cannot say much about the EP because it is still a secret. I keep it quite like.
When will it be launched, though?
It will be launched this year. That's the only thing that I can tell you right now. But I can tell you a few concepts around the EP. It is actually a storyline following up If One Day. So it consisted 5 songs. And it is the topic inside of the EP is mostly love songs, but it's also like covering most of the emotions. Like in your relationship, you feel loved, you feel sad, you also sometimes feel mad, you also like angry, you're confused. They are all in this EP, and like I'm trying to portray all those emotions in like 5 songs.
Through the 5 songs.
Right.
Through 5 songs.
Which will be launched within this year, but not yet to be announced.
Not
when.
yet.
We don't know yet, so we're gonna wait for that.
Yes, and I will be releasing the information and the dates and my social media, of course. So I keep it clean and I keep it like on schedule.
Right.
Your social media, that means through Instagram.
Through Instagram.
At
Deandra Nadira.
At Deandra Nadira.
Nadira,
So we'll keep ourselves posted as well for those information. But speaking of a musical process, can you please tell us more about the history? Because this is your second mini album.
This is my second mini album, yes.
Can you please tell us when you first fell in love with music production, especially because you started doing everything all by yourself, although, as you mentioned before, it was tiring, time consuming.
Yes.
But of course, it must be very satisfying as a musician, as an artist.
Yes, it is. It is really satisfying. So the first time that I encounter myself with music is actually like my maybe 2nd or 3rd year in university.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
So at the end of the year of university, my brother like asked me if I wanted to become like a part of a band.
Because you have always played a musical instrument.
Yes, I always played a musical instrument at home since I was like in elementary school. But I never actually took it seriously. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So that was the initial musician career that the opportunity that I have. And I said, let's go, let's do this. And then it went for a year. This band went for a year.
What year was it?
It was 2018, around that year. But then the band broke up, and then I don't want to go back to music then, like 2008, 19 then. But the music in me was like banging on my doors like, "Day, come back, come on, come back." So
release us, we have all these
you
creative juices
cannot
flowing.
let us down. Come on. So in 2020, I remember it. I wrote my first song for myself, not for a band, not for someone else. So I wrote it for like personal satisfactions, personal needs, and then my brother listened to the songs, and he said, "This is actually really good. Why don't you like do something about it, like post it or something?" And then I eventually posted, and people really loved it. They loved it, and they say, "You should really take this seriously, make a solo career or something."
Nice.
And then that's when I teach myself, like, okay, what do you do if you want to release like a good songs? With my limited knowledge, like, you know, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna wing it, and then it went all right. And here I am today.
Right, and see today.
And see today, it's crazy. It's crazy.
2020, that means you started, let's say, professionally during the pandemic days.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, I did it all of the production in my house. So I have the tools, I have the instruments. So
I mean, you self-taught yourself as well.
I figured, like, why not? You got locked down. Like, there's nothing else you want to do or you can do outside. So.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people are changing their careers during the pandemic and found themselves the found love during the lockdowns.
Yes.
And I think you're one of it. So speaking of your music, I'm noticing a hint of like Cat Stevens vibes, like very pop, but late 60s kind of pop. So who is your musical influence?
Wow, this is actually a really hard question that I have to answer because I always said the opposite of those artists.
Right.
I actually listened to like a pop punk song, like a Green Day, Blink-182. It's crazy. I know, it's crazy.
Doesn't show.
I know, but once you figure your own kind of ways, like it just flows. Like I do make songs like the punk side of me, but once I got the acoustic guitar, I play the ukulele. This is what came out, and it's also myself. So I'm not trying my heart to what's my influences, what's like the most similar artist to me. So I don't really dig deep like that, but I'm just letting it flow. This is how I sound. This is how I play it, and that's just it. But in my playlist, they were all like grunge and everything and head banging. That's my playlist.
So going with the flow is your current title right now.
Right.
Theme.
Yes.
Right. So what is it? What's your next project other than this EP that's coming this year?
Well, this year is actually I'm making it my year, so why not go big, right,
yes,
girl?
Yes.
So I'm planning to make like a tour, a mini tour in Jakarta actually, and also Tangerang.
Okay, that's fun.
I have like 4 or 5 spots, and I'm going to do the tour around May, and then on June I'll have like well, I'm not gonna say it massive, but like a showcase that I will play every songs that I already have till today.
In Jakarta as well.
In Jakarta as well. Hopefully I can do it in other cities too, though. I cannot announce it right now. So.
You have to keep everything quiet first.
I still need to keep it quiet because I need to fix things.
Yes, but you will be dropping clues on your social media.
I will drop some exciting clues in my social media.
And since you have also mentioned that you first uploaded your songs through streaming platforms, and then you will also be dropping clues through social media as well, how do you see, all these ease of uploading music online, and you can interact directly with your, with your fans as well? How does that make you feel as a musician?
Wow. It's actually quite magical, I might say. So there's a few days back, there's a person that DM'd me through Instagram, and she said that she asked for lyrics.
She asked
me for her lyrics for my songs because it's not uploaded yet, the lyrics. And I said, "Okay, well, why do you need them? Like, is it really crucial that you actually DM me about it?" And then she said, like, "Yeah, because me and my boyfriend really like your songs, and it became our song."
Oh.
And then I was touched, and that kind of vibe is really magical. I
touching people's lives.
Yes.
I know, like they hear it in the car driving, or maybe when they were like going out or something. It's actually quite magical. I never imagined that my songs will ever have that impact or like connect like a relationship already right now. Like,
right.
Good for you. I mean.
Right. I think there's one quote by an Indonesian writer, Di Lestari, if you ever heard of her. She was talking at this one podcast about ideas, the realm of ideas. Since you were mentioning just earlier that there was this idea that is banging on your door, and when it's out there, the best thing for you to do as a creative person, whether you're a musician, you're a cook, for a menu idea or whatever, a writer, you have to just let it out. Because when it's there, it's meant to be shared with people. And when it's meant to be shared, then people will definitely receive it well. And I think the fan that DM'd you is one of them.
Yeah, yes. Connecting on a very, very special level.
Yes, exactly.
And speaking of the creative ideas and how it's banging on the doors and how you have to be able to let it out and then share it with others, how do you find this banging on your soul? Does it come, out of nowhere, or do you have to stay in your room, be all by yourself, and then they will bang, knocking on your door on that?
It's actually like out of nowhere. It's most of the time it's out of nowhere. But
so you'll always be prepared to write it down when it comes, or?
Yes, it's actually inconvenient because sometimes it came up like in the middle of the night or maybe early in the morning or something.
Right.
So when idea comes to me, like I quickly write it down, or like even like recording it through my phone or anything media that I have, maybe like on a paper or something. So I'm not gonna lose the idea and the spirit itself, the banging in the soul. It's quite sudden. Like when you feel something, when you feel suddenly you feel sad and suddenly you feel mad. Sometimes it comes, sometimes it doesn't. But when it came to me, I always answers, because that's the only time that I will genuinely write it the way I want it to, like genuine message, genuine feeling. That's the instant moment is right there. So I always answers when the banging happens, the bang on the door happens.
That's exactly what I think everyone should do when these things happen, because it's then from the realm of ideas coming up to us to whether or not realizing it or not.
Yes.
And when we do, magical things happen. I think you are one of them.
Yes, magical moments will keep coming to you. But do you have like one target or probably one star that you look up to?
One star that I look
like
up to.
Like an artist.
Maybe Green Day.
Yes, Billy Joe Armstrong is actually like oh my God, I cannot even describe it, because me and my brother were like listening to Green Day songs for like forever. I don't know. So once there's this one time that I went to Singapore and watched Green Day there.
Nice.
And I cannot help it. Me and my brother was like crying the whole show, and was like, "This is a dream come true." That's the one of the most amazing artists that I looked up to, Billy Joe Armstrong, because his lyrics is really spot on, I think, and the way he uses the music in a very simple way, but it's actually really touching too. It's quite amazing.
Okay.
Billy Joe Armstrong. Well, it's a very pop punky 2000s vibe.
I know it's really different with this whole thing.
It still creates that magical vibe and also connection.
Yeah. Right. It's nothing wrong like how you perceive yourself and how you fashion yourself, and the music you listen to. It's actually like you can do whatever you want.
You can do whatever you want. I mean, well, it's just not you perceive yourself. You can also, I think, from other people's perspective, they can see how you are. Like you can kind of guess the music or the films, the songs they listen to, watch. So, yes.
So going forward, how do you wish to be perceived as an artist, as Dea? Because you have never imagined yourself become a musician, and then out of the blue, your brother asked you to help him out, and then you found yourself on a new path.
And then here I am today. That's actually a really good question.
That's a good question, actually.
I never really thought of that, but how I want it to be perceived is, I really want people to see like this is me. This is a side of me that I want to show the world through my music, and I also want them to see me like as a companion, like a friend that will accept them for who they are. Like this music accept me for who I am, and music is actually, I treated music as a friend. When like I'm sad, I go to music. When I'm happy, like I write some songs. So
ever since you were studying music, or was this applied only when you were in university or when you first started the career?
Music in general has always been like a friend to me, whether like I'm just listening into it or even like writing it down. So that's how I want people to see me. And also in the people that I met in the music environment, I try to keep the connection like very closely. So it's like having a friend at work. So
having families as well, friends becoming
yes,
families.
Exactly. And that's how I want my listeners to have that kind of connection with me as well. So that's actually it.
Speaking of love and having this bond with music, probably out there are young aspiring artists, aspiring musicians as well, are probably parents who want to teach music and teach the love of music to their children. What is the best way to grow that love or to foster the love?
There's always a lot of ways to like grow your passion through music, but you cannot really, in my personal opinion, you cannot really force passion, because I never felt force in music. That's the only way I feel like I can grow in it. Like I really wanted to explore, like instinctively, like I moved that way. And also like maybe if you really wanted to grow in music, you need to have the bravery to just do it. Like give it a try. It doesn't matter if you're like doing it wrong or not the same, or you're doing it like really cowardly or like you're shy or something. Just go for it. Like that's the only way that you can actually do something, right? Make mistakes and just never doubt yourself.
And enjoy the process on the way.
Have fun. It's actually just having fun.
Have fun, enjoying the process, never have a doubt on yourself, and also just do it.
Yes.
Just do it. Just give it a shot. Like you have no idea what might happen. Like look at me. It's crazy.
But looking back, If One Day is your latest single, and then we've heard how it is like a manifestation of waiting for the person you love to come along, and then when he does, how you're going to give it all to that person. But you have a few number of singles as well.
Yes.
Can you please tell us more about, probably if you can choose one to recommend to listen to during the weekend to our viewers and to ourselves?
Well, maybe I'll recommend my very first songs. It's called It's Just That.
Why so?
It's Just That is, well, why I recommended that song, because it's the first song that I do it all by myself. So the quality-wise is not really good. that's motivating people.
But we'll leave that to the audiences.
Exactly. Like you heard If One Day and the production is really good. You should listen to my first song and like do your judgment there. And
what's the story behind it?
The story behind it is actually really it's really touching. Till today, one of the most fun songs that I play in like live sessions. It's about it's you missing someone, but you know that someone needs to leave, has to go, and you're missing them, but you're like convincing that person who leaves that it's all right. Like I'm just missing you. It doesn't mean like you need to worry or you need to like have to come back for me or something, whether it's because of your job or because anything. So you don't need to worry. If you need to leave, I'll be okay, but just know that I'll miss you. So it's just that I missed you, actually.
Wow.
It's okay, but it's just that I miss you.
Yeah.
So that's a playlist for us to, a song to add to our playlist this weekend from Dea. But Dea, as well as a musician, of course, with the ease of the social media and also for you producing your own music and then uploading it, we have heard the upsides. But what are the challenges that you face?
Oh man.
Oh, with that long sigh. Oh man.
Oh man, there's a lot of struggles in it. Like especially, I don't like singing, honestly.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
In a band,
From a singer and songwriter?
With that beautiful voice, I'll be singing all of my words out day and night.
Well, there's a hard work behind it, honey. Like seriously, it was like a struggle.
There you go. So there, the hard work. So
there are the hard works. There are always the hard works in everything. It's exactly that you need to enjoy the process. That's why you don't have the pressure in it. But the other struggle that I have is actually hitting the idea on the spot. So you have this vision in your head, the melody, how it sounds, you have it in your head, and it's actually quite challenging to make it exactly the way it sounds in your head, especially when you learn it all by yourself, like the recording, the instruments, and etc. It became hard and it became like frustrating once you push it too far and trying your hardest. So what I learned along the way is actually you need to give yourself a break and like keep it the lightest mind, whether like you want it to be like really good, you want it to be perfect, but you need to keep it down, keep it low key, just having fun and just like no pressure. Keep it zen, like keep it zen.
Keep it zen.
Keep it zen. Okay, I think that's gonna be our closing statement from Dea Nadira. So Dea, thank you so much for coming into the studio and playing a beautiful song to us.
Yes, and good luck for your upcoming projects, and we'll be waiting for those clues. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you so much, everyone.
So thank you, folks, for tuning in. Now we're gonna have a short break, and when we come back, we have other talk show and segments of Salam Ramadan. So stay tuned with us only on The C Morning Show.